Hello, I'm Dr. Edward, the Healing Vet. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I'm just fresh back from holidays today. I just had 2 lovely weeks off, getting into nature and just having a break from the beautiful busyness of my passion and devotion, which is helping you give your pets the happiest, healthiest, most comfortable life that is humanly possible. So, what I want to talk about today is some of the most common diseases that we see in our pets. I'm going to go through the sort of top 10 things that we see in both dogs and cats that are the most common reasons that you would take your pets to the vet. And I'm going to talk about getting to the root cause of illness. Because a lot of Western medicine is, we've got Parvati here who always comes and helps. She always pops up. I'm just about to turn the camera on. She knows. And good morning to, I don't know how to say your name, Natasha, I'm presuming from Prague. Everyone else who's there, please do say hi and let me know where you're coming from in the world, what animals you have. I'd love to hear from you and where you're from. But yeah, so there's a root cause of illness and disease in the body that I want to go into a little bit today. So acute illnesses, if you have an animal that has an acute illness, then you're going to be able to see that there's a problem pretty quickly, and you're going to be able to then go to the vet, and normally one or at most sort of 2 rounds of treatment will fix the issue. Okay, so there's quite a lot of common acute things that your pets might need help for, but there's even more chronic diseases that your pets are going to possibly be affected by, who will make them not so happy. So let's talk about these chronic problems. I'm just going to be looking over here so I can go through the list. In dogs, the number one reason is skin allergies, which is often chronic. The first time you have it, it would be considered to be acute, but nearly always allergies become a long-term problem. The second one is ear infection, which can be acute, but often is a chronic thing. And it's also often because of the first problem. If you've got underlying allergies and the ear gets inflamed, then infection will move in. Non-cancerous lumps are very common for dogs. Skin infection, same thing as the ear infection. You do get some primary acute skin infections, but a lot of them are chronic because there is an allergy that's setting up the conditions for that. Arthritis, another chronic disease. Vomiting, upset stomach, often acute. When your dog eats something they shouldn't eat, they'll get an upset tum. But you can get chronic problems with that in terms of IBD, inflammatory bowel disease and stuff like that. Dental disease, periodontitis, so that is nearly always a chronic problem. Diarrhea, intestinal upset, can be acute, but I see a lot of dogs with chronic problems like that too. Number 9 is bladder or urinary tract infections, acute or chronic. And number 10 is soft tissue trauma, so accidents. With cats, my cat's sticking her claws into me, ouch. Bladder or urinary tract disease comes in top for cats. Often acute, but it can be chronic if you get bladder stones, and if you've got male cats with stress, it can be chronic too. Dental disease comes in at number 2 for cats. Chronic kidney disease at number 3 for cats, which dogs don't tend to get as much. Number 4 for cats is vomiting, upset stomach. Number 5 is excessive thyroid hormone, so hypothyroidism. Number 6 is diarrhea and intestinal upset. Number 7 is diabetes. And you might notice in cats, there's a few that dogs don't have: chronic kidney disease, thyroid issues, and diabetes. Inflammatory bowel disease, number 8 for cats. Upper respiratory infection, number 9 for cats. And lymphoma, which is a form of cancer, at number 10 for cats. Now, this came from a big insurance company looking at a whole lot of insurance claims over a long time. And I think they've missed some other important ones. Anxiety. A lot of animals have anxiety. Kennel cough, obesity, a lot of overweight animals, cataracts, arthritis actually was in there, broken bones, and cancer, of course. So what's at the root of all this chronic disease? There's 2 things going on. One is that your pet's immune system gets out of whack, gets upset, gets dysregulated by some sort of event. Not unusually, it can be because of vaccination that upsets things. And a lot of these problems, so the ear infections, the skin infections, allergies, inflammatory bowel disease, food allergies, chronic inflammation is a really strong causative factor in arthritis, in dental disease, in cancer, in skin disease. And you can pretty much, with any chronic disease in your pets, there'll be inappropriate inflammation that gets switched on by the immune system because it's trying to heal, and then they can't switch it off. So it gets stuck. Your animal gets stuck with a chronic, out of order inflammatory immune response. So what can you do to help that? Hello, Leslie from the UK. Liz from Churchill in Gippsland, not too far from where I live. Tracy from Queensland. And anyone else who's out there watching live, please do say hello. Let me know where you are in the world. I'd love to hear exactly what animals you share your life with. I'm always curious to see who's listening and what animals they have. So there's that. So if you really want to both prevent and treat chronic diseases for your animals, the first thing that I really recommend is to get onto a fresh, healthy, whole foods diet. Minimal carbohydrates, because carbohydrates are inflammatory. You've got to get your animals lean, because being fat, overweight is inflammatory. Minimize vaccination so that you only give just what they need. Teeter test your animals before any revaccination. And you'll need to do a lot of work to make your animal's environment, physical, mental, and emotional, and your inner state and healthcare and self-care healthy, loving, and toxin-free. And that will be a good way to get things rolling. It's very rare that you can't get good improvement with chronic health conditions in animals when you have a holistic approach and you stick to it and you actually act and do what's needed to be done. Now, there's 23 of you out there. Only about 5 of you have said hello. So please do check in. If you're watching on the replay, welcome to you too. If you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, please join the channel so that next time we go live, you'll be able to grab it. Another interesting thing about chronic disease is that I see a lot of animals with chronic disease, at least one of the humans in the family will also have a similar chronic disease process going on. And the more the humans work on healing themselves, the healthier the animals get too. There's a very strong correlation that I see with animals tending to have the same kind of health conditions as the humans, which is kind of interesting and a bit strange. But ideally, what we need to do is modulate and harmonize the immune system, get the immune system back into a healthy state of being, and we need to minimize inflammation throughout the body. And I'm going to be back with another video where I'm going to dig right into that whole thing about what to do, how to do that, because I don't have time to go right into it. It's a pretty rich and juicy topic, but look out. You know, I'll be back and going into detail about what you can do at home to reduce inflammation and to support a healthy, balanced, and harmonious immune system for your animals in terms of interventions and working with animals and all that sort of thing. Hello, Melinda from the ACT, Cheryl from Trafalgar, Jane from the UK, and Zita from Katoomba in New South Wales has got a Whippet Deerhound Cross. How lovely. So other news, before I go, I'll give you a little bit more news. There's going to be a hell of a lot of wonderful things happening where I can give you a whole lot of very high level good information to help you help your pets. I'm going to be speaking at a conference all about allergy in dogs in the next couple of weeks. If you want to get registered for that, please drop into thehealingvet.com, shoot us an email through the contact form, or you can find us on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you like. Let us know that you want to get on the email list so that then you'll get the links to register for that. It's all free. More than 20 people that are high-level vets and pet wellness holistic experts are going to be speaking at that. In September, then I'm going to be actually hosting a whole summit with the Pet Summits crew all about anxiety in dogs and how to prevent and treat anxiety holistically and from the veterinary perspective. Then I'm going to be in there's a whole lot more I could probably got 2 books coming out this year, and but I'm not going to tell you everything that's coming up. We'll tease you with more of that later. Hi, Nicole, with lots of animals, and Catherine from Adelaide, where I was last week, and out in the Adelaide Hills having a lovely holiday. So look out for that. Also, one other thing is that this Friday we have our regular free masterclass on silent pain in pets. Again, if you want to get registered for that, please drop into one of our channels and request the link so that we can send you off to register for that. It's a good hour-long session all about the most commonly missed and undiagnosed problem that I see in pets, which is significant soft tissue and body pain. And, you know, cats get body pain, dogs get body pain. They often don't show you any signs at all that anything's going on. But love to have you come and join the family. As I said, if you want to get into the newsletter loop, please message us through Facebook or email contact@thehealingvet.com. And in the meantime, I hope you have the best possible week with your beautiful animals. We'll see you back next week. Bye for now.